When you're sad and blue and everything is putting you down, you know the world keeps spinning around. You know you're not alone.
Yes, with MS, the world keeps spinning around, but you're not alone. Welcome to the 10 Minutes for MS podcast, in which we share information about MS in just 10 minutes.
Hello everyone, welcome to 10 Minutes for MS podcast. And here we have a very, very special guest today with us. Her name is Dr.Uma Naidoo. She's a psychiatrist and a professional chef. She is also regarded internationally and nationally as a pioneer in the field of nutritional psychiatry. And she has also been awarded as a best-selling author for her book, This is Your Brain on Food. So, I'm going to welcome Dr. Uma Naidoo here. Hello, doctor. How are you?
I'm well, Ritu. How are you?
Thank you so much, doctor, for taking out time for this. It's an honor to have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor. Doctor, since you are a psychiatrist and also a professional chef, we understand that you understand the connection of brain and food really well, and that's the title of your book. This is Your Brain on Food, which is fabulous. Really excited about your book, and I look forward to read it soon. So, doctor, we wanted to know that since you say there's a connection between them, and we see that MS patients have problems with the cognitive problems, which are really, really common. So what kind of nutrients that you think, are beneficial for people with MS who have cognitive dysfunctions?
Absolutely. So there are lots of foods, that can help. Food becomes important because the gut-brain connection is really something that helps us understand the food-mood connection. So a person who is struggling with MS could really look at their diet as a whole and see what they could do to improve things, to include more nutrients that are going to be more helpful for them. So, we want to think about anti-inflammatory foods, which are quite simple. They're the colorful berries, for example, and vegetables. Think about sulforaphane-rich vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli sprouts, Brussels sprouts. These are extremely helpful. They have rich anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties in them that are very helpful. Another category of food are the omega-3 fatty acids, which if you only eat vegetarian food, then you can get that from chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, walnuts, and other things. But if you consume fish, you can get it from things like wild sockeye salmon, sardines, and anchovies. Another category of food is fermented foods. Fermented foods actually really help support our gut microbes, and by supporting them, providing live active bacteria to the gut, you are actually helping improve your symptoms. Certainly for mental health conditions, they support your gut. And when your gut is happy, those gut microbes are happy, then emotionally that follows too. And don't forget, your spices and herbs. So those are good ones as well. Turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. Many of those are actually really good choices for cognition. Also, healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil. Extremely important. Its consumption has actually been linked to a lower incidence of conditions like Alzheimer's disease, and it allows for process of cellular cleanup, so that is important too. And leafy greens, your salads, your leafy greens contain folate. Folate is vitamin B9, and those are extremely important brain nutrients that help cognition as well.
Right. Thank you, doctor. Doctor, do you also think that can neurological diseases like MS or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, name a few, can these be treated with right kind of food?
Absolutely. Food is not the only solution, but it is one of the tools in the toolkit if you have these conditions, because nutrition is really a lifestyle measure. It's thinking about how we can clean up our diet a little bit, improve what we're adding into our diet, think about things that maybe we should limit or cut back on that may not be as healthy. So absolutely, nutrition is a cornerstone of improving mental health symptoms and
Right.
improving physical health and neurological conditions if we do it the right way, and if we provided the information to help us include the foods that are helpful.
Okay. Doctor, do you also think that this food can help us, with mental conditions, mental health, can
Absolutely.
be useful in those cases as well?
So nutritional psychiatry is the use of healthy whole foods and nutrients to improve our mental well-being based on the scientific evidence behind these ingredients and these foods. And so nutritional psychiatry is actually about using these foods to improve our mental well-being and understanding how to implement them if you have a certain condition. That's what my book is about. So if you have depression, there are certain foods that you want to really add into your diet, but there are a few foods you need to start to cut back or limit. Same thing with anxiety and other conditions. So yes, there is a real connection between the food we eat and our emotional health.
All right. Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, one more question I want to ask you is about stress. So we see that people suffering with diseases like MS or other chronic illnesses, stress and depression is very, very common. It's not just the disease and the pain and the problem physically, but also a problem mentally.
Yes.
So how do you think that one can, cope up with stress and depression?
Absolutely. So again, going back to these healthy eating principles, there is a chapter in my book on depression, foods to eat, and how to eat for depression. Another chapter on stress and anxiety. So there are ways that you can start doing that.
Right.
Now, in addition to food as a lifestyle measure, some of the things we want to think about with these conditions are think about it in a holistic mind-body approach as well. Doing exercise and movement that you can endure and that you enjoy. It releases endorphins and keeps us active. It might be a slow form of movement if you are having pain. It might be a yoga. It might be Tai Chi. It might be something slightly different. Spending time outdoors in nature, getting enough sunlight, 10 minutes a day boosts your vitamin D level and
Right.
helps with your vitamin D requirement for the day. So that itself, vitamin D is associated with improving symptoms in MS, in depression and anxiety. So I think that becomes an important one to think about, because a vitamin D deficiency is implicated as a risk factor. And when you eat enough vitamin D in your food, it actually protects myelin and your neuronal health. So it becomes important in MS, right? So
Right.
just vitamin D from outdoor time, but also foods like pastured eggs or from cage-free chickens, including the yolk, and you say shiitake mushrooms become important options for you to continue to include in your diet. And in addition to that, mindfulness, forms of meditation, all become important. Proper sleep and using good sleep hygiene so you feel better. So it's all of that, plus it's all of the nutrients that you should be including in your diet.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doctor. I always believe that there are some mantras for
Yes.
good health. So, diet and nutrition is standing at the top level of it, absolutely, along with good sleep and exercise and
Right.
staying away from stress.
Right, exactly. Finding ways to de-stress, mindfulness, breathing yoga, pranayama yoga, was associated in a study that was published last year, which showed that it helps certain cardiac conditions, but it also improved depression and anxiety. So a way to de-stress is good breath work, or even just taking a deep breath, just starting to help ourselves and help our bodies calm down.
Right. Thank you so much, Doctor, for this wonderful session. Before we leave, would you like to just tell us a little more about your book? This is Your Brain on Food. Can you
Of
just
course.
show your book to us, please?
Of course. So my book is right here, and it's called "This Is Your Brain on Food," and
Wow.
the cover actually matches your beautiful podcast outline here. And so the book is about what we spoke about today, and it includes much more detail than I'm able to go into on an interview. It outlines different chapters and different conditions. But remember, many people don't have a condition. They may have may just not be feeling entirely well, maybe feeling a little bit blue, a little bit down, maybe a little bit anxious and stressed. So the book is a way for you to help yourself, your family, and your friends eat better for your mental well-being, because it's one of the things, like I like to say, at the end of your fork, we eat meals every day. It's a very easy way for us to use this knowledge to help ourselves feel mentally fit.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Doctor, for this wonderful session and this wonderful advices you have given us today. It was an honor and pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much, Ritu. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Have a good day.
Thank you, warriors, for being with us. I hope you found this session useful. We will be back again next week with another informative session. So, don't forget to subscribe and reserve just 10 minutes for MS.
No, you're not alone.